How long did you take off for work to take care of George? 1 month, 2 months, 6 months?
No, I was 2 years, I said.
Oh, I didn't know that. And these girls were running the business while you were taking care of it?
No, I closed it.
You shut it down?
I done.
Okay.
Then I went back.
Yeah.
And then there was so much to do. And then there was two. There was like.
George had
cancer. My house, and I think it was 2 other houses. And then they were always wanting to say, they said, "What are you doing with your house?" And said, that we, because it was back. And there was a fireman had Italian, and he died too. And his wife didn't have no money, and she turned around and so she told it to me. But she was a nice lady for me. With that man's wife, because when he died, she didn't know what to do. She said, "Don't do home." I was living with Connie then, see? And she said, I help you. Stay with me. And I said, no. I said, I have to. But then when they sold the house. Where did they get the money out? I don't know if they sold it. They took all my furniture, everything. Everything.
What house are you talking about?
My house.
There's no sign.
I moved from when my husband died.
George? Don't you know with George?
He was.
I know.
Where was George living at the time? Where did George live at the time? Not in Bloomfield.
In East Liberty.
Yeah, but it was further out. In
the road and everything.
West Mifflin.
West Mifflin.
Yeah.
Mifflin, yeah. You've been retired. When you retired, when did you retire? When did you quit business altogether? 5, 10 years ago?
It would have been in 89. In 89.
89?
From 47.
Wait a minute. She said she never retired.
She said 41 years in that building.
No.
She was there when we went to his 95th or 75th birthday.
I didn't retire.
That was,
I kept it going.
She was still doing the business?
You're
saying 15 years ago she was still in 85? She was not doing hair at 85.
I thought it was close to
here
I
for 41
was
years.
taking care of that while the
In that building.
was working.
So she moved in there in 47, that makes it 89.
And it,
because she took 2 years
I've been here for that.
No. 88. 88.
47.
And 41 is 88.
Yeah.
1988.
Trust her.
Is that when you retired in 1980? No, she retired after that.
I didn't retire.
She didn't retire.
I took care of the babies and all. And then one of Rodoni.
Almost.
It was our Kuman on Taylor Street.
Yes.
Well,
Verdone?
Huh?
Verdone?
Yeah. And so, her son, wanted to have a young baby. And our brother was in
Did she do hair beyond age 77?
up in
That's pretty old to still do hair.
where our Uncle Patsy lived. No.
Like a few years after you graduated from high school, when you got back to the service, was she still doing hair? Yeah.
Uncle Chaz, there was another one. He up in New York. brother relation of ours. Somebody,
Who?
they lived on Juniper Street.
Who's she talking about?
Juniper Street, when you come from Logan Street,
In New York.
Logan comes down here.
I know where Juniper is.
Huh?
We were on Juniper twice
Yeah.
this
Today.
afternoon.
Hey, what?
Yeah,
What about it?
You won't let me take a picture.
she's talking about somebody that lived on Juniper Street. Who lived on Juniper?
I'm talking about his wife, and she died. She was 29 years old. And then they had 2 girls and 2 boys,
No picture.
and they,
How many times have we had this?
but
I don't know. How many?
they were,
Push this.
they were, you know, all right.
To the view.
She come and she would work with me. And I was, she made them over. They were turned at that time. There was, you know, our others was for children, mother and father. So I turned around and I would take care of them. Go to Andy. That's George on Logan Street, and that's to half my way in Lorgan.
Todd and his. What?
Andy,
I'll do it.
no, Andy
I
with
don't know. Do I push this? This one?
with
It says single shooting.
with mom had, they had 2 houses up there. And so I would go up to the butcher shop, and they had everything. And I would go up there and buy to make babies, you know, to make with, and need made food for the babies and myself. And when my brother come home, what, you know, I'm trying to tell you, he was on a big apartment near Verona. You know, where we had some relation up there, Verona.
Marciona?
Yeah, Marciona, you know. What was it,
Charlie?
Charlie, Charlie.
And
I can't do
Minate.
anything about that.
Minate.
Get some food.
That was,
She died. Minate died.
she died with it.
Yeah.
And but her, is the one I say, she died young, that's at 29 years old. And then that's another thing. I had to take, you know, they said to me, oh, why don't you go and, over there and stay with them? And then soon my relation came, and my mother, my husband, before he was married, and then my husband died. So before he died, she said, why don't you go and help your sister and your brother? I said, I can't go down here. Not because they needed money, you know. So I said to them, my sister and them, I said, you go and we'll take care of the kid. And I'm trying to think of my sister, about the nurse and all that. But when that week goes up late, well, I take care of the kid. And the fellow on the Taylor Street, he said, how do you go with me? Huh? I get to make it happen. No, I said, I can't. I just got too much work to do. And then he was up on Taylor Street just with this, but
You remember where Taylor and Juniper Street came together, and you stayed on Oregon Street, you went down past the house. Well, right there at that point, there used to be a staircase going up to Taylor Street. That was the only way. You remember that was a dead end, and then from Oregon Street you went up that wooden staircase to get to where your lady friend Baradoni's lived on Taylor. Okay.
Dad.
So when then when and I became and it was opposite. So I said, you know, sometimes we had 2 kids, sometimes we had...
That's the most conversation and information I've gotten out of her in the last 25 years. You remember real good.
So anyway...
Roll now.
Tell these people what a good boy I was growing up. No trouble.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Now the truth comes out.
The truth.
Yeah.
Did you get it on tape?
I thought we had that all rehearsed.
My sister, when I lived with her, I lived, and I got along real good.
Aww.
But when I was in business, I had to, travel because I was close to my work. So, you had to do something. So then I said, see you.
How old were you when Dad pulled you out of school to take care of Sharky and me?
Well, I was 13 years old.
13 years old, see? And Josephine
You know
was...
what? Wait, I tell you. I was a sick baby when I was born.
I was going to say that.
No.
She was a sickly child.
Yeah.
And at this place where we had the 3 levels of... When she got out on... we have... metal tubes like this. And on each end you had a post. And they were embedded in the concrete posts. But before they put something on top, she crawled out on there and she fell down 3 flights.
Oh my goodness.
Now that first, see the gardens were, there were about 10 or 11 gardens from there down to the railroad tracks. Well, that first level, we took all of our squeezings from the grapes, and we took them out the bag and we dumped them. Fortunately, we had just made a batch of wine, and that thing had a lot of... When she hit that, she missed a wire which was anchored to the concrete wall, and it went out and it was tied to a post which supported the dirt there, see. Dad had to bring in all that dirt in there to make the gardens. That was all weeds and stuff. But she just barely missed that. It could have killed her. That fall could have
How old
killed
was
her.
she when she fell off the...
I don't know.
Off there.
How old were you when you fell over the back of the
Like a baby or a
porch?
little girl?
It fell down on the first row of gardens there. She was rather young.
Young?
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Down on Oregon Street, remember when we went out to the back, we had the porch was on the side and then went across the back. And
Do you remember it?
I wasn't even born yet.
That's what I was going to say. You were just told the story.
No, that's the way it was told to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Who told you? Your dad?
Everybody that told me the story passed away.
So nobody can verify the story, right? Is that what you're saying?
Connie could have told you.
Jesus.
If we dig up Connie, we could get verification of that.
Yeah, but